Now, let's get into some quick hits. Let's start with the verses. When we found out that the rematch that they was talking about for Memorial Day was Timberland versus Swizz, I'll be the first one to tell you I was not interested. I wasn't able to watch the first one, and I really didn't care to see too much of this rematch. I said I was not going to watch it. Then Sunday come, I was just sitting around doing nothing at the time, and I said, you know what, fuck it, let's watch it. They started on time, which I'm glad that they did. They somewhat finished a little bit afterwards, but that's okay. I don't mind that. But Swizz came for blood. If you guys want to know the full breakdown, because it was literally 41 rounds. 41. I counted every last one though. You guys can go look at my Twitter feed. I have every single round graded. Not graded on who won. All 41 rounds. I have it on my Twitter right now. You guys can go look at it. But let me tell y'all something. Them first 20 rounds, Swizz, I hate to say this, but Swizz washed Timberland badly. My grade for the first 20 rounds was 14-6. And I'm sitting back thinking like, do I need to take back everything I said about Timberland? But then again, you gotta think, it's one guy versus another guy. Some things are just gonna happen. I'm thinking it's gonna be one of them close things. This was a blowout. The first 20 round was a blowout. But the energy that Tim came in the second half, round 21 through 40, that was a different Tim. It was 10-10 at that point. And the tiebreaker was the 41st round, and Swizz won that one. In total, it was 25-16 Swizz Beats. That's why I gave it to it. That crowd at LIV was ass, trash, garbage. You know why? Because it was a bunch of motherfuckers who think they too cool to interact with what's going on. Yeah, your favorite joint come on, lose your mind, get into the feeling. Too many cool people standing around. It was like 80% people on chill mode, looking too cool. That crowd was trash. Miami LIV was garbage. And lastly, Timberland had a cheat code when it came to going up with Swizz. One cheat code he went to most often outside of Aaliyah was Justin Timberlake. And I didn't mind him going to the Justin Timberlake cheat code. Swizz had some of his cheat codes as well. But Swizz kept on saying, I don't want to hear a no Justin record until he finally agrees to do from the verses. Why he take it from the culture, basically calling him a culture vulture. Is Justin Timberlake a culture vulture? No, I'm not even gonna entertain that idea. But I will say this. If it's not Justin Timberlake versus Usher, I'm not interested. It has to be Justin versus Usher. I don't see who's gonna go up against him, because let me tell you something. Go back and listen to Justin's catalog. Solo career and NSYNC. You want to talk about weapons of mass destruction? You're talking about records being broke as far as versus viewings? Get Justin Timberlake on there and see what happens. But he needs a formidable opponent. I personally think it will be Usher.